that came in from the global front. Now, global entertainment giant, the Disney chief Bob Iger says that they are open to selling companies' linear TV assets amid concerns around the media industry's transition to streaming and digital offerings. In the latest move, the company is moderating pace when it comes to moves for its Marvel and Lucasfilm franchises. Decision comes as Disney looks to take up cost-cutting.
Alright, moving on then, China steps up its AI regulations, releasing guidelines for generative artificial intelligence services. Announcements mark the first major move to regulate the advanced technology, and among the 24 provisions are requirements for platform providers to carry out a security review and register their services with the government. The finalized guidelines also state that offshore providers of generative AI tools, if they are aimed at Chinese residents, must also comply with the set of rules.
And in some interesting news, the WHO has classified soda sweetener aspartame as a possible carcinogen. The organization, however, said that this is based on limited evidence and more research is required. WHO's Cancer Research Agency found a possible link between the sweetener and liver cancer. The FDA of the US, however, disagrees with the classification. The soda sweetener is used in drinks such as Diet Coke and Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Alright, moving on then, the valuation of Elon Musk's Spacex hovered the $150 billion mark following a share sale by existing investors. Company has an agreement with new and existing investors to sell up to $750 million in stock from insiders at $81 a share.
And well, a team of ISRO scientists have travelled to Tirupati with a mini model of Chandrayaan-3 to offer prayers. The countdown for the launch has begun. The launch is scheduled at 2:35 p.m. today. But how will we make it to the moon? Here's an explainer.
Now, India is all set to make that giant leap in space with its Chandrayaan-3 moon mission. It's going to be ISRO's second attempt at soft landing on the moon after Chandrayaan-2 failed to execute a soft landing. Chandrayaan-3 is going to lift off from the iconic Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. This Chandrayaan-3 that we're talking about is going to reach the lunar orbit almost a month after its launch, and its lander, which is called Vikram, and its rover, called Pragyan, are likely to land on the moon on the 23rd of August. It's been built at a budget of 615 crore rupees, which really means, and this is for perspective, that it is actually cheaper than the recent Bollywood movie Adipurush, which was made at a budget of 700 crore rupees. At the heart of the Chandrayaan-3 mission is ISRO's ambition to demonstrate end-to-end capability in safe landing and roving on the lunar surface. And if everything goes well, Chandrayaan-3 is going to become the world's first mission to soft land near the lunar South Pole. The propulsion module is going to carry the lander and the rover configuration until 100 kilometers off the lunar orbit, and the payload will study spectral and polarimetric measurements of Earth from the lunar orbit. There are three main objectives of this Chandrayaan-3 mission. The first one is to demonstrate safe and soft landing on the lunar surface. The second is to demonstrate roving on the moon's surface. And the third is to conduct scientific experiments. ISRO's much reliable GSLV Mark III rocket is going to be carrying the Chandrayaan-3 into space. Notably, the GSLV Mark III that we're talking about, it's the largest, it's the heaviest rocket in India's fleet, and it has been associated with several successful space missions. The most important component of this mission, of course, is going to be the successful soft landing of the Vikram lander. Named after the noted Indian space scientist Vikram Sarabhai, this lander weighs about 1,752 kilograms. It's almost the size of a small car. And interestingly, it is 280 kilograms heavier than its predecessor that failed to execute that soft landing. The additional weight is on the part of the lander's legs, which have been strengthened to absorb this mechanical shock which would take place during touchdown on the moon's surface. All eyes, of course, now on ISRO and the Satish Dhawan Space Center as the final countdown begins.
All right.